They walk among us, but they're nothing like us. Mysterious entities, strange creatures, and shadowy figures with movements no human could make. These encounters were caught on camera and have left everyone questioning one thing. Are these even real? Let's find out. At a metro station in northern China, commuters froze when two men with pale faces and completely white eyes began stumbling around the platform. One of them suddenly ran toward a moving train, while others backed away in fear. For a few moments, chaos broke out. People thought they were witnessing the start of something horrifying. The footage spread fast online, with many claiming it showed proof of a spreading virus. Later, officials confirmed it was actually part of a themed event called Train to Apocalypse in Jakarta, inspired by the film Train to Busan. But for those who saw the raw clip first, without any context, it truly looked like the beginning of the end. Reptilian or what? During the London Olympics, a strange clip from the audience started circulating online. In it, one spectator's face seemed to flicker in and out, eyes narrowing, skin shifting texture under the bright lights. Frame by frame, it almost looked reptilian. People debated endlessly. Lighting issue, video compression, or something more? Some insisted it was proof of the old theory that reptilian beings walk among humans, blending perfectly into crowds. Others said it was nothing more than a coincidence caught on camera. But if you slow it down, there's one moment where the person blinks, and their eyes don't move like ours. Vanishing woman. In a quiet village near San Juan, Dominican Republic, locals once claimed they'd cornered an elderly woman they suspected of being a witch. Someone filmed her sitting on the ground, her hands unusually long, trying to speak in a language no one could understand. In one moment of the video, she's seen pressing a strange metal object between her teeth. What made things worse was the timing. Just days earlier, several children had gone missing nearby. The villagers grew uneasy, convinced she had something to do with it. They called the authorities, but before help arrived, she was gone and never found again. Glitching eyes. At a Paris concert in 2017, a fan's phone recording caught something strange during a singer's live performance. For just a second, his eyes changed. The pupils narrowed into vertical slits before returning to normal. The clip spread online but was quickly removed from most platforms, which only fueled curiosity. People started calling it proof of shapeshifters living among us. Others said it was lighting or video compression. Still, that brief, unexplainable moment left many wondering. Was it just a trick of the stage lights, or did the camera accidentally catch something not meant to be seen? Eerie-looking man. During a live news broadcast of world leaders arriving at a major summit, something unexpected appeared on screen. Among the sea of officials and staff, a tall figure stood out, its head oddly cone-shaped, almost unreal. Some thought it had to be a costume or camera trick, but as the footage replayed, the outline remained disturbingly clear. It didn't match any known figure or security personnel. Soon, people began wondering if someone or something had quietly stepped into the crowd unnoticed. Why that place, at that moment? The clip left everyone guessing and uneasy about who really walks among us. Forest figure. A camper in the Oregon wilderness heard footsteps following him and decided to record, thinking it was just an animal. But what his camera caught behind the trees froze him instantly. A tall, dark figure with unnaturally long fingers was standing still, its eyes fixed right on him. Its skin looked grayish and stretched, its shape too distorted to be human. The man ran, terrified, leaving the area at once. Later, he learned those woods were known for stories of strange spirits and shadow-like beings that roam after dark. He might have been one of the few who actually saw one and lived to tell about it. Strange boy.
You don't walk into a haunted house and see ghosts flitting all over the place.
During an interview, Ed and Lorraine Warren recalled one of the most chilling Amityville moments.
Then you start to get what we call the infestation in a house like Amityville.
Their cameras, set overnight, caught the image of a small boy peeking from a bedroom door, his eyes glowing bright in the dark. No children were present in the house at that time. The photo was taken between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., what they called the active hours, when most strange activity unfolded.
After 9 o'clock, the psychic hours start, 9 to 6 in the morning.
That night, they also heard sobbing, whispers, and laughter echoing through empty rooms. Many believe the figure wasn't a child at all, but a spirit taking the shape of one, a trick often used to gain trust before revealing what it truly is. Freezing woman. The 1971 Eurovision broadcast was full of energy, until one woman in the audience suddenly froze. Her hand stopped mid-clap, her smile fixed as if she'd been paused mid-motion. For a few seconds, she didn't blink or move. Millions saw it happen live. At first, people thought it was a camera error or frame lag, but the rest of the crowd moved normally. Some joked it was the first real glitch in reality caught on tape. Decades later, that frozen smile still appears in paranormal compilations. A moment where the world seemed to stop, but only for her. Odd lady. During a live sports broadcast, the camera swept across the cheering crowd, everyone smiling, clapping, lost in the excitement. Everyone except one woman. Her skin looked drained of color. Her eyes were completely black, and her face seemed almost lifeless. When the clip hit the internet, people couldn't stop talking. Some believed it was a person in creepy makeup. Others swore it looked too real. The unsettling stillness in her stare felt off, as if something not quite human had taken a seat among the fans that day. Even for those who laughed it off, that face was hard to forget. Ghostly apparition. It was supposed to be a fun road trip video. Friends filming their drive at night, laughing and singing. But when they caught sight of the car ahead, everything changed. In the back seat, they noticed a pale figure sitting unnaturally still. When it turned its head, two glowing eyes reflected straight at their camera. The laughter stopped instantly. The clip ends right there, cutting off mid-scream. Some say it was a trick of light, but others believe certain spirits attach themselves to vehicles after tragic incidents, wandering until they find someone else to ride with. Either way, no one in that group drives through that stretch anymore. Unusual stare. During the MTV VMAs, viewers caught a background moment that's been talked about ever since. While LL Cool J performed, a woman seated in the crowd drew attention, not by cheering, but by doing nothing. She didn't clap, didn't move, didn't even blink. Her stare was cold and fixed, almost unnatural. Online, people started calling it the Kubrick stare, comparing her expression to the emotionless look seen in movies. Some joked it was camera trickery, others called it reptilian behavior. Whatever it was, it felt strange, as if for a few seconds, something not entirely human was sitting quietly among the audience. Shadow behind Pope. During a major public appearance in 2025, cameras followed the new pope as he moved through a massive crowd. Everything seemed normal until one clip showed something unsettling. A dark, human-shaped shadow moving just behind him. Its motion was strange, too fluid to be a person, and too defined to be a camera glitch. The internet is flooded with theories. Some called it a dark presence following him. Others believed it was simply a trick of light. To this day, no one has given a solid answer about what it really was. Hatman in Memphis.
What in the actual hell?
In Memphis, Tennessee, a man was home one evening when he noticed a tall figure through the glass of his front door. The shape looked like someone in a hat, standing still under the porch light. Assuming it was a stranger or maybe someone in need, he opened the door, but the space outside was completely empty. Confused, he checked his Ring cameras. The footage was there. Except for that exact moment. Both recordings had a strange gap. His neighbors later pointed out that the description perfectly matched the Hatman, a figure often said to appear silently and vanish just as fast, sometimes even disrupting electronics before disappearing. Interview Ghost. During a live Zoom interview in Florida in 2023, commentator Angela Rye was answering questions, unaware that viewers were staring at something behind her. A small, pale figure seemed to peek from behind a door in the background, its face and posture oddly lifeless. The still image went viral within hours. The woman was convinced it was a spirit, while others thought it might just be someone passing by in her home. But what unsettled many was how faded and off-angle the figure looked, almost like it didn't belong to the same frame. Even after countless breakdowns and explanations, the clip still gives people chills and leaves them wondering who or what was really in that room.
To the top. Now what she's up against is folks lying about her border record.
Weird boxer. During a late-night boxing practice, a coach started filming his fighter to study his movements later. But what the footage showed didn't make sense. The boxer was ducking, blocking, and throwing punches with precision. Except there was no one else in the ring. His reactions were so sharp it looked like he was defending himself against an invisible challenger. The coach thought maybe he was shadow boxing, until the boxer dodged something that wasn't there and stumbled backward as if hit. Was he just imagining the fight, or did something unseen step into that ring? The clip left viewers divided. Part training moment, part mystery. Alien dinner guest. This photo looked perfectly normal at first, just a group of friends sharing dinner around a table. But when someone online zoomed in, the whole mood changed. Sitting quietly at the far end was a hooded figure whose face didn't look human. Pale skin, dark, hollow eyes, almost like those drawings of alien greys. The internet went wild with theories. Some said it was a costume, others believed it was proof of secret gatherings involving non-humans. Whatever the truth is, the idea that it might have been an accidental glimpse into something hidden made people uneasy. The photo still circulates, and no one's confirmed who that figure really was. Silent Ward.
Sutures last anywhere from 60 to 90 days.
A surgeon was recording a medical training video when something strange interrupted her. She heard footsteps echoing in the hallway outside. Thinking it was a nurse, she stepped out, but found the corridor empty. Just as she turned back, a ward door suddenly slammed shut on its own. Startled, she froze, and that's when a dark silhouette drifted past another glass door, visible for barely a second before vanishing. Later, when she mentioned it to staff, a nurse quietly told her that a patient had passed away in that same room years earlier. Whether it was imagination or something lingering, that recording still gives chills to anyone who watches it. Vanishing Girl. At a school Christmas choir, a family recorded their child's performance. But the video showed something no one expected. Off to the side, a young girl kept arching her head backward until it seemed to vanish completely. She did it more than once, and in one frame, her face looked unsettling, one glowing eye fixed directly at the camera. Parents were shocked when the clip surfaced online. Was it a trick of the light, or something far more unnatural? Many believed it wasn't just a child at all, but something else pretending to be one, blending into a joyful crowd in the most chilling way possible. Colorless woman. A family had just finished dinner when one member decided to record everyone relaxing by the pool. At first, it looked like an ordinary home video, until they noticed a figure standing motionless across the pool. She looked like a woman, but her skin and clothes had no color at all, like she had stepped out of an old black and white film. She didn't move, didn't blink, just stood watching. When the video was slowed down, her mouth seemed to move slightly, almost whispering something. Some say it was a trick of light, others think she was performing a ritual. Whatever it was, it's hard to unsee. Crowd shadow. During a live broadcast of the new Pope's speech, viewers noticed something no one at the event seemed to see. As cameras panned across the massive crowd, a dark, shadow-like figure moved swiftly through the people. It didn't push or dodge. It glided right through them, almost like they weren't even there. Its motion looked too smooth, too intentional to be a camera glitch. The clip quickly went viral, dividing opinions everywhere. Some believed it was something unholy appearing at a sacred event, while others said it was just a trick of light. But when you watch it closely, the way it moves feels different. Like whatever it wasn't supposed to be visible. Unusual waterfall. Deep in Oregon's forest, a hiker stopped to film a huge waterfall, but what his camera caught didn't look normal at all. Within the main flow of the water, a smaller stream seemed to move upward, climbing against gravity. Scientists later explained it could be an optical illusion caused by pressure bouncing off rocks, but locals had their own version. According to Native American legends, waterfalls are guarded by unseen waterkeepers, ancient spirits that can shape the flow of rivers to protect sacred spots. Whether science or something older, that strange upward stream made the place feel alive, like the water itself was breathing. Shadowy guest. In Argentina, a family gathered outside their countryside home to take a happy group photo. Nothing unusual. But later, while scrolling through the pictures, they noticed something in the background. Behind them stood a pale, colorless figure that no one remembered seeing. It had no clear face, no depth, just an empty, human-like outline. They checked again and again, but there was no logical explanation. The house was quiet, the door was locked, and no one else was there. That single picture changed everything for them. A reminder that sometimes we aren't as alone in our photos as we think. Mirror horror. A few chilling seconds of footage from Las Vegas left viewers deeply unsettled. A young girl was casually filming herself in the mirror, just goofing around, when something caught her reflection. As she tilted her head slightly, a pale face appeared behind her, just for a split second, before the video abruptly cut off. People online began asking the same questions. Who was it? And what happened next? The most disturbing part. No one's heard from the girl since that clip surfaced. If anyone knows what really happened, the internet still wants answers. Crash site missed. After a strange traffic incident, an officer's body cam caught something strange. Something no one noticed at the time as responders worked around the wreck. A faint, misty shape glided across the road. It moved too smoothly, too fast, and seemed to pass right through people without them reacting. At first glance, it looked like motion blur, but when you slow it down, its form takes shape, almost human. Some believe it was the spirit of someone trying to escape the crash, caught just for a moment before fading again. Eerie woman. In South America, a security guard noticed something odd while checking the night's footage. A woman with messy hair and a long stick walked across the camera frame. Then she stopped, looked around, and began tapping the stick on the ground. Slow, deliberate, like a ritual. Moments later, she walked out of frame. But when the guard checked another camera covering the same path, she was gone. Nowhere in sight. When the clip was posted online, someone claimed the act was a kind of curse or marking ritual. Skeptics called it superstition, but the woman was never identified, and the reason behind her strange tapping remains unknown. Stadium shadow.
Se viene el tiro libre. Atención.
During a packed football match in Argentina, cameras caught more than the game. As the crowd roared and waved flags, a dark, shadowy figure drifted across the stands. It moved fast, smoothly, and completely unnoticed by everyone around. People jumped, clapped, and cheered. Yet no one reacted to the shadow gliding right through them. Some called it a camera glitch. Others swore it was something else. Something not quite human. Maybe it was just lightning. Or maybe it was something that hides best in chaos.
Se viene el tiro libre. Atención.
Tunnel ghost. A man driving through the Hampton tunnel in Virginia decided to record his trip, curious about the stories of a spirit said to appear to drivers. Everything looked normal at first, but when he played the footage back, he noticed a shadowy figure flash across his windshield for less than a second before disappearing. The tunnel itself has a history of strange accidents, and many drivers have claimed they saw someone standing ahead of them right before near collisions. Paranormal researchers say places like tunnels can trap residual energy, echoes of moments that never fade. If that's true, maybe this wasn't just a shadow. Maybe it was someone still trying to find their way out. Store ghost. In a small town known for old war memories and ghost stories, workers at a Dollar General often whispered about strange things. Footsteps when no one was there, doors closing on their own, cold air in empty aisles. Then, on September 16th, 2022, a security camera caught something unbelievable. A faint, human-shaped figure appeared near the doorway, took a few slow steps, and walked straight through a wall before fading away. No tampering, no reflection, just gone. Some say it was a spirit reliving its last routine, trapped between timelines. Whatever it was, that clip made even the bravest employees refuse to lock up alone after dark. Girl in white. A mom was recording her kids playing outside, laughing, running. Everything seemed normal. But when she rewatched the footage later, she noticed someone else in the background, a girl in white, standing still, quietly watching the children. The mother swore no one had been there. The figure never moved, never blinked, and faded away near the end of the clip. People online couldn't agree. Some said it was a neighbor's kid. Others thought it was something paranormal, maybe a spirit drawn to the sound of laughter. It's a simple home video, but that still figure changed it from joyful to haunting in seconds. Spooky hands.
No mames, güey. ¿Qué pedo, güey?
Exploring an abandoned hospital, a group of friends decided to record their adventure. The halls were silent, the air heavy with dust and age. While scanning an old patient ward, one of them caught a chilling sight. Two pale hands gripping a lab glove box, and behind it, a still figure. They rushed to the spot, hearts racing, but no one was there.
Fercho, a ver, métete tú por allá, güey. Sí.
Locals later told them a story about a doctor who once worked there and never received a proper burial after a tragic event. Many believe the doctor's spirit still lingers, trying to finish unfinished work or waiting for someone to notice. Moving bottle. During a live political hearing in Argentina years ago, cameras captured a tiny but eerie moment. While Sergio Massa, the Minister of Economy, sat quietly, a bottle of water placed in front of him suddenly tipped over on its own. No one nearby touched it. Massa just looked up with a faint grin, like it didn't surprise him at all. The internet buzzed. Some joked about hidden powers, others blamed air movement or vibrations. Yet something about the calm reaction and the timing made people uneasy. Maybe it was coincidence. Or maybe, in that silent room, something unseen decided to make itself known. Floating flowers. During a Chilean TV show that followed couples preparing for their weddings, one harmless family scene turned eerie. While filming the setup, viewers spotted something strange in the background. A bouquet of flowers suddenly lifted out of its vase and shot across the room. It wasn't subtle. The clip spread quickly, with many calling it proof of something supernatural. Skeptics, of course, suggested fishing line or clever editing. But the show was a wholesome documentary, not a prank. The movement looked too sharp, too real for an old camera setup. So, what really happened that day? A clever trick, or a quiet spirit interrupting a happy moment. Crawling entity. In rural Kentucky, a security camera outside a small cottage picked up something unnerving near the woods. A pale, bent figure moved through the darkness, half human, half animal, its limbs bending in ways they shouldn't. The footage never showed where it came from or where it went. Locals, who know the area's legends well, said it might be a skinwalker or a rake, a creature that hides in the deep forest. Because the place is isolated, few believe it was a hoax. That clip became known as the sighting of the Kentucky Crawler, a name whispered with equal parts fear and curiosity ever since. Riding school spirit. At a riding school in Kent, a woman's husband filmed her during a morning lesson. Everything seemed normal until she watched the footage later. Just a few meters behind her horse, a man could be seen standing still, watching. The strange part? She appeared twice, once facing the camera, and again, moments later, turned away. Experts ruled out reflections or double exposure. Locals mentioned that the land was once used during the English Civil War for cavalry training. Many believe what appeared on camera wasn't a person at all, but the lingering image of a soldier who once rode the same ground centuries ago. Hampton apparition. Back in 2003, the guards at Hampton Court Palace faced a strange mystery. For 3 straight days, a heavy fire door kept flying open without reason. On the second day, security footage revealed something unexpected. A figure in old Tudor-style clothes calmly closing the doors. When the clip went public, visitors claimed they'd seen the same ghostly figure in that hallway before. The media nicknamed him Skeletor, and experts said his clothes matched those worn by guards centuries ago. Some believe he's still faithfully protecting the palace, doing his job long after his time ended. Funeral creature. During the Pope's funeral, a man in the crowd filmed something no one expected. Among thousands of mourners stood a figure whose face didn't look human at all. The head was oddly large, with a mouth stretched open unnaturally wide. People first thought it was just a shadow or camera glitch, but the shape was too clear, too defined. It didn't move like everyone else either. Some viewers started saying maybe beings unlike us walk among crowds, unnoticed. Whatever that thing was, it blended in just enough to be terrifying. It makes you wonder, how many others go unseen? Doorbell alien. In Compton, California, a Ring camera started recording on its own late one night. When the homeowner checked, he saw a strange, thin figure walking past his porch. Its head was long, its skin smooth and gray, and it vanished within seconds. People online said it matched the classic descriptions of the Greys, the alien being said to visit Earth. Days later, another nearby camera caught a similar shape moving in the dark. Could it be the same figure, or more of them? Whether alien or something else entirely, those few seconds of footage made the quiet street feel not so ordinary anymore. Strange bodyguard. During Trump's 2017 inauguration parade, a small moment in the background grabbed everyone's attention. One of his bodyguards walked closely behind him, holding his own hand in a strange, stiff way. But then viewers noticed something that didn't fit. A third hand. It looked fake, like a cover-up. Some people thought it was just a prop or protective gear, but others believed something else was going on. Was he hiding something mechanical underneath, or was he even human at all? Whatever the truth, that single clip turned a normal parade shot into one of the internet's weirdest mysteries. Bar mystery. A realtor in New Jersey was taking photos of a house for sale when something strange appeared in one of the shots. In the first few pictures of the kitchen, a light mist hovered near one of the stools. But by the last photo, the mist had formed into a full, white figure sitting there, almost like a person waiting quietly. No one else had been in the house during the shoot. Some brushed it off as camera glare or leftover decor. But the slow change across the photos felt different, as if whoever it was didn't want to scare, just to finally be seen. Reptilian woman. At a large public event, a video started circulating online showing a woman in the background acting oddly calm. Nothing seemed wrong until she looked up, and for a brief second, her pupils thinned into narrow, reptile-like slits. The crowd kept cheering, unaware of what had just happened, but the camera captured it clearly. People online were shocked, convinced this was proof of something non-human blending into society. Others argued it was just camera distortion. Still, the idea that someone could look completely human one moment and not the next left viewers deeply unsettled. Night figure. One Tesla owner got the shock of his life when checking his car's dash cam late one night. The footage showed a tall, shadowy figure standing directly in front of the vehicle. Yet when he looked through the windshield, no one was there. Some said it was a software glitch or sensor error, but this wasn't an isolated case. Other Tesla drivers have reported similar moments, where the car detects figures unseen by the human eye. Whether it's an advanced system picking up what we can't see, or something crossing briefly into our world, it raises one chilling question. What exactly are these cars detecting? Vanishing Man. In 2022, a CCTV camera from a quiet street recorded something that made even skeptics pause. A man was seen walking down the lane at night. Nothing unusual until halfway through the frame, his body started to fade. Step by step, he became transparent before completely disappearing. Some called it a glitch or a camera fault, but others believed it showed something far deeper. A person accidentally slipping through dimensions. Whether it was an error in reality or just a strange technical glitch, the unsettling part is simple. That man entered the frame, but never came out of it. Unexpected face. A group of friends on a girls-only lake trip took a cheerful photo by their campfire until someone noticed a small face peeking from the side. It looked like a young boy, pale and gray, with no reflection of the firelight on his skin. No children were present at the camp, and none of the women recognized him. When they viewed the live photo, the boy's face didn't register on the iPhone's face detection. It was like the phone didn't even sense he was there. Was it a ghost or something pretending to be one? No one has found a clear answer yet. Moving mannequin. In Mexico, a man waited in his car for a friend when he noticed a mannequin standing outside a nearby shop. It looked completely still until its head slowly tilted toward him. Thinking his eyes were playing tricks, he zoomed in with his phone. The mannequin's head moved back, this time locking eyes with the camera. Panicked, he stopped recording and drove off. Later, when he shared the footage online, people argued endlessly. Was it a prank or something attached to that figure? Whether loose joints or something unseen moving it, one thing's certain, he never parked there again. It's time for today's open discussion. During a Christmas Eve service in a Catholic church in Mexico, a TikTok video caught something the crowd never noticed in real time. A pale, thin figure standing quietly among the parishioners. It looked out of place, yet no one nearby seemed to react. Later, the church's own security footage showed the same figure moving across the aisle. The priest said it might be the spirit of the old sacristan, the caretaker who had served there for years and was said to wander the church halls still. Some say it's just a trick of light. Others believe it's devotion that never ends. What do you guys think? Comment below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.